as well have shown this type of draft yesterday in a demolishing game. So no, this should be a really, really good game between the two teams.
I'm very excited to start this one off, and of course, quick review on how they got here. Talon, they've just been on a bit of a warpath. They actually haven't dropped a game in these qualifiers yet, which is pretty insane stat. So they're doing pretty good. Meanwhile, Aurora, they dropped one series, and outside of that series, they haven't dropped a game either. So they're feeling pretty good about life, at least demolishing the lower bracket. But, you know, with that one extra series under their belt, you know, did that give Aurora a bit more practice, or maybe it gives Talon a little bit more information to work with when it comes to answering them? Of course, judging by the drafts, there hasn't been any like overwhelming siding from us in the drafts. I think overall, I feel like I just like Aurora's draft a little bit more. I think it just has more kind of... It's a little easier to play, you know. The Morphling's a little bit easier of a carry to make work. The Leshrac is a little bit... Maybe this is one hero, which is...
I'll be real with it. That sounds like a bold statement. A little bit. Like, I look at Talon's lineup, and it's just... They've got, like, Stampede to disengage, a Zeus, a Sven, like, really simple forms of magic and physical damage. And then, like, the other team has Terrorblade position 5, and you're like, yeah, I think Aurora's got it real easy. Their draft, you know, just...
it makes sense to me, man. I don't know. It speaks to me. You know, sometimes, look, I'm no analyst here.
Sure.
The draft speaks to me. I'm the draft whisperer, all right?
Okay.
I understand this, right? The spirits are cooling.
No, I mean, not opposed to it. Just what you were saying, I was like, I feel like it feels like the opposite for like the average viewer, you know? That one goes a Terrorblade 5 player, it's like, hell yeah! No man's got my back. But no, it's
damn right I do, buddy. Damn right I do.
No, I think Aurora, they have everything in their toolkit to be aggressive. But anyways, we have started the laning phase. There is quite a lot of farm built into both these sides, and I don't really know where First Blood will come from, because Sven doesn't really get kills, Morphling doesn't really get kills. Yeah, everyone's going to be farming, I think, for the start of this laning phase.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yeah, we had 2 games like this yesterday where we were just watching a lot of farming take place. So, you know, we're well versed in the farmathon early game now. We know what's up. If we do see a First Blood, I imagine it's going to be on one of the rotations towards the middle lane, I would assume, because maybe there's a stun into arrow combo at bottom, but you usually leave Stormhammer at level 1 these days, don't you?
Yeah, you only really want to put 1 point in it, and then you max your cleave, you go 1-3-1, and it pretty much allows you to just disappear from the lane whenever you want and just hit up the jungle. I think if we had to power rank who's most likely to die in the early game, it's either Terrorblade in top lane if he gets disrupted into Stomp, or it's Ponyo, who's currently sporting some pretty low HP bot lane, but the position 5s, they're the ones who are most spooked in this game to give away First Blood.
Ponyo even holding his second point here, so no arrow as of yet. Ooh, misses a range creep. That stuff. Top lane. A little bit of damage taken from 23, but of course still has a decent amount of strength to work with. Not too worried. Ollie popping the Metamorphosis and just getting a decent amount of harassment down onto Jokam. The interesting is that I didn't catch the last one, but he has just been reflecting Jokam pretty much every time to kind of win the support trade. Does Sentinel's illusion not do a lot of damage to himself? I would have thought, considering he's got quite good stats.
It's kind of one of those scenarios where he'd rather get the SD low, so then the SD then can't play up into the lane into the Morphling. And if it's just a 1v1 morph for Centaur, Centaur can't kill Morphling, Morphling can't kill Centaur, right? And I think, you know, Aurora are going to be pretty happy if their carry has free farm. So I think that Ollie's just respecting that they're just never killing him, so what's the point positioning himself deeper? Because like to hit reflection on him, he might have to step a little bit closer to the left of the lane, right? It's, of course, in this scenario where Centaur's hugging him, it doesn't really matter, but
yeah, that is the first time this has happened, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, like, as we're talking about,
just as we're talking about how you have to choose one or the other, he's like, they come have a little cuddle and he takes advantage.
But no, I'm honestly fine for him just ignoring the Centaur. This is one of those lanes where, like, yeah, well, if you use your resources, an SD now has full mana and Centaur's brushed off. It's like, well, what have we really gained from the lane? I think it's very easy for players to only think about obviously not pro players, I'm talking like just normal pub players now. It's like, it's easy to go, I am support, must hit offlaner, but there's sometimes preventing the support having a good time is also very, very good. Both of those supports are moving towards the water rune.
Yeah, everyone's going for it right now. Ollie and Shokan fighting it out on one side, Lorinov and Chuan fighting out on the other. It looks like Lorinov is going to be the one to be able to grab this water rune here. Chuan already using the heavenly jump to get up to the top side, so we'll go to the Lesh. You know, I'm starting to doubt myself now, because this is looking like a hard Leshrac game. I'm looking at the picks they've got on the side of Talon, and it's like, how do you get your damage off as this hero? Because you need to be on the front lines, you need to be on top of heroes, you need to not be dying. You know, Leshrac is such a complicated hero in that regard, and playing against both the Centaur and the Shadow Demon is going to make that really difficult. Disruption obviously being an annoying one, and yeah, Purge.
I think it's all about your early game and how you set up your team. Because with your Edict, you are able to take towers. He is going for a max Edict build right now on the Leshrac. So that ability to play behind your Doom when he hits 6, take bottom tier 1 tower, and now suddenly you bring 4 heroes to mid lane and you push out the Zeus so you aren't just getting disrupted, arrowed, and killed off by doing it by yourself. I think there is so many great opportunities in the early game for a Leshrac to showcase his strengths, which eventually, yes, there will be a lot of problems for him. And that's where Morphling or Doom will have to step up and soak a bit of damage, and soaking damage is exactly what's been happening so far in this entire game.
Ollie in the top side, taking a lot of damage here from his own illusions. 3 stacks of Shadow Poison upon him. Shouldn't be enough to finish the job here, but definitely gonna hurt.
Why don't we get the farm games, man?
Just there.
Come on, huh? Yesterday we had some like super intense, we had like a 23 total kill game in like 50 minutes or something. It was. But this game, again, the drafts, they do dictate that it needs to be farm efficiency. Either team, as soon as they break from their farming pattern, have the tools to be explosive on the map. Playing behind a Godstone Sven blinking around, a Morphling who's got a manta of lads and wants to poke his head into every engagement, right? Like, Leshrac, of course, 1 Yules and he might start roaming as well. So I think both teams are respecting the idea of it. And
ooh, very close up on the top side. Sorry, the Centaur went for a stomp onto the Morphling and caught him morphing Agi, and then they went in for the Thunder Gods as well. But it just wasn't enough to bring him down. He also had the raindrops as well, which saved his life. So 23, almost getting a bit of a clumsy death on the top side, but he's all right.
And coincidentally, the courier died as well. And I was like, wait, what? Oh.
Thunder Gods now hits couriers.
Like, Zeus ulted, but his own teammate died. No one else did. That's a rare one, but no, it's just a courier. All right, bold prediction. What time do you think First Blood's going to happen?
Jeez.
I'm going to go 8 minute rune.
23.
Oh, I'm going to go 8 minutes flat. Like, as soon as that rune spawns. As soon as the rune just spawns. Carnage. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking along the same lines. I think the next power rune should be a big one.
Oh, hold up. We've just completely lied. Jab, don't die now.
Side. Arrow, it connects. He's a gunner. Q coming in, trying to help him out. Big wand. He's going to be okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Our prediction game is not ruined. Just to be clear, all my emotions were just based on our prediction game there. The Doom could have gone down. I wouldn't.
I think that matters now.
Yeah, we go. Exactly.
Yeah. I do want to point out, like, Inspector Nomad's got no chill. Lorinov has tried twice to stack this hard camp and failed both times. I'm sorry, Lorinov. I'm sorry, but I saw it. I see everything.
But did Stream see it? If so, then it never happened. We didn't see the tree fall, so.
Oh, come on, coming very far forward for this rune right now. Goes for the heavenly jump. Doesn't quite get away, but there's no power rune. And Ponyo jumping in from the sidelines, trying to get a bit of damage off. Oh, he's got to stay away from the Lash, though. You don't want to come near the Disco Pony.
No one's dying, no man.
No one's dying. Amplified damage, bottled for the Lash. Didn't want to use it for that fight, though. And now he goes to farm the stacks he couldn't make.
Trying to wrap around onto the Zeus. The Doom is still in the area. And there wasn't a Radiant Ward on the bottom side, so maybe they expect him to have maybe walk back to base there. Again, stack efficiency here from Aurora. You got what, triple ancient stack, soon to be quad, double hard camp now. Leshrac will happily want to take them up. Will we see the smoke technology where people smoke up their Leshracs? We've seen it twice so far in the qualifiers, but once the Leshrac has failed to do the stacks, then they smoke up. But it could just be something they just do from the get-go. Also helps that they are just smoking. So here we go.
Zeus immediately comes through and breaks it though. That's annoying. And now he's trying to take the camps as well. And he's going to get away with this. I mean, it's only a double camp, so it's not like a crying shame. It's the Ancients they care about, but both supports coming in to defend this one. Zeus does get away with it.
Yeah, I like the initiative there. Knowing or feeling out the stacks are being taken, just breaking that smoke, it is so critical. Like a Leshrac against a quad Ancient stack, he isn't strong enough. He often goes down to near death. They throw the Zeus in as well, one Zeus ult, and now suddenly just killed him off. And yeah, I like Talon. Nice reads there. I think Talon will be very happy with the start of this game. Centaur completely free farm, looking to go for that Blink Dagger. The Sven is equally just having a splendid time. Like all three cores on Talon are very, very big. Aurora, of course, they have that natural gold mechanism through Doom, and Leshrac can take towers to get his gold, but so far these things aren't really in play.
Can he?
Yeah, can he? Exactly. I think Talon did a very good job just bringing, like, forcing the early moves just to prevent the Lesh TPing to the Doom lane and going, okay, now we're playing our Dota. It's like they're reacting just a little bit there. Zeus pokes them, so it's like they're just overthinking it. And the second smoke used, and this is how passive they're going to potentially be if they don't have smokes available for the fights, because they've used 2 for the Ancient camps. That is going to be maybe an issue down the line. So we'll have to keep track of the Aurora smokes and how many they have in play. And he didn't even go for the heals first. He went straight Kaya.
Who was that? Oh, the Leshrac?
The Leshrac, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched a ton of Leshrac games. It's basically like, do you want to fight? You go for Yule, and obviously if there's silences on the enemy team. If you want to farm, then the Kaya. Sometimes you get Kaya when you want to fight anyway, just if there's nothing to really like mess with you, and you've got some form of initiation where you don't have to be the guy running in, using and split earthing someone, but no, with this build, kind of makes a lot of sense.
We were both terribly wrong with our first blood prediction.
So wrong.
I'm sure someone in chat did actually write down their prediction, and it was like 13 minutes and 14 seconds, and the Terrorblade dies to a beautiful gate from Talon. And he articulated and he worded it beautifully, and they're probably right, but very farm intensive.
Yeah, I've seen what's that movie with the sci-fi with Tom Cruise with the bolt.
I feel there's like 100 of those.
It's a sci-fi one where they're like there's like these bold triplets who can see the future. They sit in a bath. Good film.
Oh my god, Talon smoked up. Okay, we might see first blood. They have to blink on Centaur.
Hold.
Zeus ult's in play. Phylactery as well on the Zeus. They have plenty of damage. They just need to find a hero. Ollie, ooh, don't walk up. You don't want to be the first person to die in a grand finals. Come on.
Especially not a post 12-minute death. I mean, at this point, the first blood gold barely even matters. So.
There's no one here.
Like, yay, 200 bonus gold for first blood. It's 12 minutes into the game, like that.
Oh, well, yeah, I just realized, the Centaur just went farming top anyway. I was just real bated breath, still chilling mid, and I was like, I didn't even see Centaur just waddled off.
Do you feel like Aurora kind of losing quite a lot of control of this map right now? I guess it's not the case because Jabs is still just chilling in this bottom lane. So.
I don't think Aurora's losing any map. I think it's like Aurora's just respecting the fact that they can overplay their own hand here if they try and make the Doom plays, make the Leshrac take tower plays. If they break from, if they make any plays too early, then suddenly they're playing into the Zeus that you can never catch, the Sven that's already got BKB. So I respect the fact that they've waited at least for a couple cheap items to be in play, some levels, and
Blink Doom. Surely this is it.
They got to find a big hero though. They don't want to find a support. It's been 13 minutes and 39 seconds of nothing. Doom the Sven, Doom the core. One sentinel.
And here we go, jump in, sentinel stop, it misses.
Come on.
Oh my god, they're just running away. But wait,
was
Moonlight
smoked
Shadow. Talon, they're coming in
counterplay.
again. They're going the other way. Other way, please. Oh my god, they're running away. Okay. All
At
right.
what point are we allowed from the admins to start typing in all chat the locations to really help them find some kills?
Yeah.
Just start
Admin dash
every
all
20
vision.
seconds some coordinates. Oh well.
All right, back to
many
farming. Hit some
I mean,
creeps.
technically,
Q.
this is like the 4th or 5th smoke, right? We've used 2 for ancient camps. We've used 1 to get top, 1 to go mid. Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 smokes we've seen. And 2 blink reveals. Centaur blink reveal to nothing, Doom blink reveal to nothing. This is a very, very strange.
That's the thing, right? It's not
game.
even like everyone's going for these farming build. Like we have 2 blink daggers. It's just not connecting on anything. Both the carries are just basically jungle creeps now. One
Like
day
this Sven,
they'll come out.
Like the Sven's about to be like BKB territory.
God's strength.
Right, in 2-3 minutes, he is very close to a Echo Mask and BKB, which is mental. Of course, Aurora, they will have ways to deal with it to some degree. You bait him in, you can doom him up, you got some fade bot reduction post BKB. Like there's things for them to use, but both teams really respect their scaling more than the opponents because they haven't tried to go for them. And Q now in the river, surely disruption to catch him. Oh.
All right, he's gone. The arrow's there to all gets tanked by the illusion, but Q, he's dead. First blood at 15 minutes 30 into the game.
Woo! That felt exhilarating,
God.
Nomad. The grand finals, they've started.
It's all go now. WS just so rich with that first blood gold. My God, shooting to the second spot, second to bottom spot in the core net worths.
God, everyone remember this day, the day that Q died first in the grand finals. Whew.
They have taken 2 towers
really
though.
nice,
Top tier 1, middle tier 1, all dead.
Yeah. No, it was a really nice move from Talon. I also like the Terrorblade utilizing his illusions mid fight to try and tank an arrow. It was quite nice, but yeah, for Talon, they are very, very comfortable. Like with this type of lineup, the only thing that can really threaten them early on is some high pacing, right? Like the idea of dragging the Sven to a fight, dragging the Centaur to a fight, Zeus getting jumped. Like these are the issues of the heroes. As soon as you enter early mid game, or sorry, just the mid game, these heroes are exceptional. They all have items to survive by themselves. There's so much damage with magic and physical. Like this draft is insane throughout mid. Like this is like the perfect 60-minute type draft. Like where you want to play late game, it's good for you. It can do everything. Just early on, it has maybe some vulnerabilities, and due to Aurora also having some of those issues of not wanting to be aggressive, we are just going to see just 2 very scaling lineups just be battling out in the mid game, all about the jump, who goes first, and Jab does blink away from bot lane.
This Leshrac BKB is everything for me. Like if Aurora can play with this Leshrac BKB, then suddenly we have a game on our hands, and he should be able to do so. Like sure, Demonic Purge is going to go through it regardless, and I imagine that's going to be thrown onto the Lesh anyway. Probably also another reason why he didn't bother with the yields this game as well, because that's just going to get taken off you every time. So yeah, BKB up now. Laurenov going to head back to base, get a bit of a refill, and then we should see some action coming out from Aurora. And this is going to be a very big indicator for how this game state's going to look for the next kind of 10 minutes or so. If they can connect on this, make something happen, suddenly there should be a bit of momentum coming the way of Aurora. But again, this is what it came down to. You first pick the Leshrac. There's a bunch of counters on the board. You need to get this BKB, therefore he just cannot play the game before that point. But Laurenov, he's a Lesh expert. He sees this and he goes, right, sorry guys, we're just going to have to wait for this.
Yokam?
Throw back onto Yokam, but they see each one. Jump in with the Doom. Doom is held for the time being, though, doesn't use it, and now he's in some trouble. The Sven just conking away at him right now. Sure, the Doom comes out onto him, but Jabs is gone. While in the front lines, they found the Morph, he's gone! Oh, 23! Farming for 18 minutes, turning up to a fight, stun, dead. No strength morph coming out there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Might be a quick game 1, T. I think Talon are looking pretty damn toasty right now.
Yeah, I would happily quite agree right now after seeing that team fight. Like already praising the draft scalability of Talon and the fact that, again, no punishments had. 4 kills, 19 minutes. It's not been the craziest of games. And for Aurora, at least, they haven't really connected on some of their initiations. I mean, you see the smoke to top.
Radiant are
No,
scanning.
they were in the river, and it wasn't a fight. Like this is not a good fight for Aurora. So trying to analyze like, the spellcasting of it, it's like they're just in a low ground situation, running into a Sven BKB. There's no wrap around. There's no like logic to the engagement. It's just you're in the wrong place. You're gonna get picked off, and yeah, Aurora. If they want to take a fight, they're gonna need to follow the script. It's group up, get a smoke, place that high ground ward, understand the fight, and hit the dude cleanly.
Might be going down here. He could be available from the left right, not required. The 23 Savage comes in, and he's going to be able to keep himself up a kill onto the enemy carry. So
that's a very big kill. That's of all the kills to have. I feel like killing the Sven is actually, of course, surprising.
If I'd have asked you before that had happened, what's the ideal, like, if one player from Aurora kills one player from Talon, who do you want to kill, see who, for Aurora to have the best chance of coming back? Would you have said Morph kills?
Yeah, probably.
Alright, well, Doom's dead in the top side.
Oh, come on, let him live. He did some good jukes.
From the gods. You can't run from heaven, though. You can't juke from heaven either. As the line goes. Choen looking on the sidelines, but not willing to commit to this one. He has got an Arcane Rune, which is absolutely bonkers on the Zeus. Even had it for that Thunder Gods as well, so it's going to be back in just 70 seconds.
It does feel like Aurora wish they had one more stun in their draft. Like, ignoring the fact that Doom just got picked off, like every time they want to make a smoke, they have Doom into lift, and that's it. Like this Centaur value that we were mentioning in the draft, like you press Stampede, what does Aurora do? They got nothing. There's no Yules to set up for another stun, or like they have one hard to hit stun from Leshrac, a lift from Rubik, and that's it. So at no point when they make a smoke are they actually excited to find anyone, because they know they're probably just going to run away. And that is maybe why Aurora just never tried to make any moves in this game so far, because they've realized that their draft just doesn't have any punishing abilities in it so far. Most of the pressure comes through, maybe some early towers or their kind of early picks that lead into just, oh wow, now we have just items. But no, that never came into play. They never got the early towers. They've never got any free Doom kills. Laning phase didn't go as well. Towers haven't really fallen from Leshrac, and yeah, Talon. Quite a rare game for them where they can just be a little over aggressive and probably aren't going to be punished too much. They are smoked up again. Stampede is now back off cooldown. Manta Shard also complete on the Zeus, so even further ways to choke Aurora, push them back into their base.
Morphling farming up the Ancients here. That's going to be the target. Talon. Oh, 23 is quick. He gets the waveform out. No stun connected from WS, and that's going to be Morphling living. Smoke gank unsuccessful. Licking Stomp, not the strongest initiation tool. Definitely not onto a morph. Definitely not one as quick as 23 Savage. So that said, still a lot of map control coming out. They'll just be able to run at the tower and take it, despite the lack of creeps. And now maybe even look in towards Roshan. Now there is a Dire Ward here. But is it going to make a difference? It's going to be a very, very quick Rosh. Talon. They're just getting this one for free. Aurora turning up to this right now. They want to hit some more timing.
I'm just trying to think, like, when's Aurora's big statement sorry, to the game? Like, what is their big calling? Like, Lorenoff looking for a Bloodstone. Doom's getting a BKB. I kind of feel like, I think 23 Savage, the hero that we see right now, he is the one in question right now for Aurora. Like,
yeah.
When he gets an item, suddenly his waveform is going to be Shadow Demon's dead, or I found the right Zeus who's half HP. Like, I think as much as you can talk about, oh, maybe the Doom's going to be a game changer, you can Doom someone, but if you have no follow-up, then it's kind of pointless. You're just deleting a hero for no reason, and that's. We will see if Aurora ever find that moment, because it does feel like they're farming a lot for nothing at the moment. But maybe Can't the Morphing can change that. Just trying to delete a hero.
Yeah, these supports do look very deletable. That's for sure. I mean, honestly, it's the Zeus as well, right? Like, you need to get on this guy. Someone just been able to get off pretty much whatever he wants in every single team fight. You need to get that Doom on him, or you need to get the Morph on him to just put pressure on him and stop him being able to just blast away with the Arc Lightnings in the back lines.
Did Kanda get any changes in the patch? I don't think it did, right? No, it didn't.
Stay silent and move quickly.
Valve saw Reddit was like, people are like, it's like the mom. Actually, hold on 1 second. Jumping onto the Terrorblade.
Yep, and the Doom does come down onto the Centaur Warrunner, but wow, Ollie is just gone, and 23 Savage does get started on by the Sven. Sven doesn't bring up the damage to get through the Morph, so he looks for the targets instead. Loranov under the cover of BKB doing good damage. Akashi might be losing his first life here, but they managed to bring down Chuan. 23, he's on the right targets right now. Turning into the Sven for the stun as well. Jabs on a cliff for some reason as WS trying to get himself away. Arrow does catch out the Morphling, but that's just going to stop the advance for now. As on the sidelines, Q tries to find the Sven, but Sven finds him instead. Ollie with the buyback just coming in for this one. And all in all, Aurora fight pretty damn well into that Aegis, taking down the Zeus.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much like a fight win for Aurora at this state of the game. Sure, the kills aren't too crazy, but for the initiation to come in to prevent the Centaur having effectiveness at the start, Zeus going down, like, you buy back on the Terrorblade, sure, but yeah, I think if you're Aurora, you're pretty happy with any kills that you get, especially if they're to be on cause. We could see kind of the future issues that Talon may face is when Aurora have items and they kind of bridge the gap of not having that kind of team fight in their draft, then there is the ability to kite out the Sven to, oh wow, we've jumped left right, but wait, he's now sundered because his Terrorblade's positioning, as much as he died in that last fight, like, it still will be behind the team. Like, as long as he doesn't die to just some straight arrow plus Zeus combination or something, then expect whoever Sven jumps to have kind of 2 lives. And that will always eat through his BKB timing. Yeah, Talon not having the best fight with an Aegis. He'll have to recover.
Yep.
Nearly dying to Tormentor.
And, you know, do you feel like they may be questioning why they put the Aegis on the Sven, or do you think it could have been better on the Zeus? Haven't seen the fight, but then I guess you can never really.
No, I don't. The first Aegis needs to be the one that, like, the second Aegis onwards often is only building hitter normally with the logic, right? Sometimes like, some Storm Spirit style hero can take it, but in this game, I feel like the way that they have kind of stalled out the early game, not really taking fights, you do want to put it on the hero that's going to progress the game, right? Like Sven's going to put himself in that vulnerable position. I'm sure playing the Doom, it's a bit weird, him being a hero that always has God strength. Like, is it up, is it not up type of hero? But yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. You can hit the tower pre-ult.
Yeah, we have seen him doing that. I mean, it's kind of how that fight lineup started. Sven just being on the front lines, and they have to kind of get past him. Doom and the Centaur's pretty big as well. If there's no Stampede in play, then it's very tricky for the Zeus to get away. Like, all he has is Heavenly Jump and a Manta. He's going for a BKB, so suggesting that Chuan's actually going to try and stand his ground, or at the very least just wants to not get stunned up so he can run away. One or the other.
I just... Oh, this Zeus build, it really is one of the most wacky, wonderful inventions of our time. Like, the fact that Zeus went from being high magic damage dealer to now I can push out the waves. Like, if you just look at the minimap, right? Like, you got the Zeus illusions skipping mid. He's playing top, so not only are you globally pressuring the map with your ultimate and that damage from anywhere, you're also pushing out multiple creep waves, and that is such an overwhelming amount of presence. And also why Talon, even if this game gets a little bit spooky, won't be too afraid. You've got Zeus illusions, SD illusions, so many ways to skip the fight, and the Kanda is of course complete on Morphling. He is looking towards that BKB.
Yeah, the big thing about Lightning Hands as well, it's not just pushing out waves, it's also being able to farm waves on a vulnerable hero without showing.
Yeah,
Add to that
exactly.
the fact that you've got Lightning Bolt and then D-Ward wherever you're farming, and this hero just never needs to show on map, which is bonkers. You know, it's crazy to never have to show yet still be able to get like as much farm as you need.
And he has the BKB complete. If he does get found, he's going to be able to BKB everything else.
Yes, sir.
Surely Aurora, like, I'm processing, hold. Shiva's on Doom, BKB Morphling. That has to be a go time. That has to be go time, right?
Shiva's still very far away. I mean, that recipe cost is kind of ridiculous now, so Jab's going to need at least another minute or two to farm that up.
I mean, they've not been afraid to farm for a minute or two for around 29 minutes, mate. I don't think it's going to change.
Yeah, I imagine next Roche is where we're looking for the next big engagement, so... I can say I remember the name of the feature time film. It was Minority Report, so you can add that one. You can watch that.
Ooh, I was gonna guess. That was the only guess I had, but I didn't want to say it because I was scared of being wrong. Because like my film and media knowledge is not very good, so I didn't want to be the guy to guess and just be like. So I just panicked and just didn't know what to say.
It's all good, mate. Smoke
Thanks,
up
mate.
though. From the side of Aurora, it maybe go o'clock.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh, Invisarune grabbed. Lightning Bolt
They're
from
wrapping
the
around.
trying to scout somebody out here. Looks like it is going to be Talon coming up the high ground and being able to take the triangle. And now jumping in from the Centaur. Again, still not looking for that commitment on Aurora. In fact, they're just backing themselves up. They shifted into reverse and just kind of back out and back into their base.
That is perfectly acceptable this time around. Don't forget Aurora, they were in this position before. They were in the river. They tried taking a fight in that location, and they just got picked apart. It is not a good place to fight. There's multiple high ground, low ground areas. They didn't really have the war to protect themselves. So, like, the Centaur with the gem was able to swiftly de-ward that at the start of that fight. And I say fight, it wasn't a fight. Start of that, that meet and greet, that group up, that social interaction. Yeah,
it's like a psych out, you know, like the two tough guys in the bar who keep having like fighting words with each other but never actually throw punches. I feel like that's what this game is.
Radiant's top tower is under
I am
attack.
most interested about Talon's high ground attempts here. Because now Aurora smoked. Okay, BKB's on the Morphling. Here it is.
They're gathering
Another
up.
smoke.
This is a 5-hero smoke T governor. No joke. Everybody.
Okay, who does he want to doom? He needs to probably doom Centaur is like pretty good, or Sven
God strength. Yeah,
pretty
here we go. He jumps in. The Doom. It's being held. Finally, nope, doesn't get cast. Holds it back. Now they Doom out onto the Centaur post Stampede. But they've stolen the Stampede on the Rubik's. They can just keep the chase going. Centaur definitely going to die here. The disruption comes out, but Morphling brings him down, moves across, takes down Jokam as well. 2 heroes dead on the side of Talon. Brana narrowly making out of this one as well. Actually will escape with the gem though.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so Talon going for the tower. It simplifies Aurora's ability to make the move, right? Like the Sven's hitting the tower, people are behind him. Now it's as simple as jump Sven, force the retreat, and in doing so, we'll be able to dissect it. And a beautiful still from Q to get the Stampede gives them just enough momentum to follow down the rest of Talon and get a couple more kills. And yeah, I think Talon will be kicking themselves a little bit in that fight. They never had a crazy lead. This is at no point is this some like, oh my god, the comeback. But to lose a fight without even really making a statement yourself. And
I don't know. This is a big fight. This is Roshan. It's going to be Aegis. I mean, oh my god, the comeback.
They're contesting though. They're contesting. This is not a
Thunder Gods
Roshan.
gives them
This
the
is a
vision.
fight.
They got to back themselves away.
If they got the Aegis, sure, but
No Doom, no Doom.
yep, exactly.
Okay, I take it back. It's not on my god.
There we go.
Comeback.
I'm sorry.
But in 40 seconds, if they can delay this Roche attempt until then, there is a chance. But one thing you're really missing here is Lorenov's going to be able to get in the side and maybe get off these stuns, and that's going to make this Roche attempt really awkward. Yeah, there you go. The shard. Oh, it's a little weirdly placed though. But you can't really just run into the pit and place down the split up, otherwise you're just going to die for it. So Chuan, the show on the front lines. Morphling jumping down the side. They see him, they click him. There's no BKB available. Oh, he does BKB actually, just in time. My goodness. Turning it back around onto the Sven. But that is BKB down on the Morph, making it even harder to fight. Doom still just about to come off cooldown, but he's dead. They take him out in time. Another move across towards Lauren as well. Lauren with a BKB and doing a lot of damage on the front lines, but of course BKB's out on all 3 cores on the side of Talon. They're going to be okay for the initial engagement.
Roshan.
WS back inside the pit, taking down Roshan. Roche so low, 1 hit away. They'll take it. Centaur does just grab the Aegis, scrapes it off the floor, and now moves forwards. They'll find the Terror Blade. He's going to get taken out. Support down. Doom out of the equation as well. Aurora, they're back into their base for now. Oh, Arrow catches out the Rubik. Very nicely done from Ponyo, and that's going to get them the extra kill.
He tried to take the Miranda down with him.
Ponyo. You arrow me, you come down with me, but Talon back in the driving seat. When there is no Doom, it's so hard to fight, and you saw in that fight, he blinked in with 2 seconds left on Doom, hoping that he could just get off the stuns and get off the Doom at the right time, but unfortunately they were just able to stun him up and take him down a little bit too quickly. I mean, he was under the cover of BKB, so it's honestly just the pure damage coming in from the Sven, which was enough to stop Jabs being able to Doom anybody.
You talk about damage, I believe the Sven bringing out. Yeah, that's the Daedalus now, complete for Sven. I think if you want to find a silver lining for Aurora, the Aegis did get the panic picked up by the Centaur. He was afraid of the 23 Savage waveforming back into the pit at the tail end of the fight, maybe snatching the Aegis. And yeah, for Talon, they just blow up here at great speed if they're to find them. As a hoof stomp into Zeus, into Sven, like you said, that Doom, he steps into the middle of the fight, he just disappeared. It was over. Like this Leshrac, he's the one that kind of needs to be at the front of these engagements for Aurora to some degree. Like maybe it's still a little bit difficult for him because he doesn't have like the perfect armor to deal with the Sven. He also doesn't want to waste his BKB Bloodstone and just instantly die. And that's where, like, who is the front line for Aurora? Unfortunately, it is the Doom. Like, the game plan at Jabs right now is being told, like, if you don't go first, no one can go first. Like, there's no, like, undying position 5 clockwork type hero that can at least absorb something. It is a lot of backliners with the Doom until Leshrac finds confidence to at least, like a Hex, like a Blink Hex, that's a whole different narrative. But for now, they are struggling to at least find some of their Dooms, find their initiations, and Terrorblade getting jumped
on the Terrorblade. Gonna fall. Stampede being used. Jabs, he's here as well. I don't know why. Well, he's actually able to set up for the Mirana kill. Doom now comes down onto the Sven as well. He's just going to back himself out from this one. WS going to lose his first life. And with these shards coming down as well, very annoying for him to come back into it. Just has to blink himself away. They'll be happy with this. Aurora, the cube comes through. They're not happy with this. They're looking for the Zeus right now. Disruption comes in. Great from Shokan. Isn't enough to save him. 23 Savages fighting on the front line, trying to fight back into the Sven. Sven forced to run away under the cover of BKB, but where is he going? Turns around. 2-man. Still onto the 2 big cores, but it doesn't matter. 23 brings him down regardless. Adaptive Strike finishes the job, and now they're going onto the Zeus as well. The damage is in. 23 Savage taking them all down. 3 dead, including an Aegis. Aurora, they slap back hard, and this back and forth is exactly what we wanted from a grand finals matchup.
These fights, they're so chaotic though. Like Talon, they go from contesting the Roshan, getting the Aegis on Centaur, to then like kind of throwing their bodies to the top side of the map. They kill off a Terrorblade, they continue to dive deep behind the tree line, they're chasing into the fog, they don't really know what to expect, and Sven gets doomed, the fight gets completely broken open, and 23 Savage, he had quite a quiet game compared to others, but he still does plenty of damage. He has Blink, he has Kanda, plenty of ways to get in and out of the fight and doing the damage. And
yeah, I honestly feel like this Blink was like such a big pickup from 23 Savage. Not something we see that often on Morph, but just allows them to get past those frontliners and get onto the Zeus, pressure, force the saves to be used onto the Zeus. And after that time, getting the Doom onto the Sven is actually pretty huge as well.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I think for Talon, like their main
tower is under attack.
issue right now is setting up the fight in their way. Like even though they had the lead, the map control, they never really presented themselves an opportunity to take the fight that they wanted. Like they're hitting a bottom tier 2 and Sven gets jumped. They're killing off a Terror Blade who then buys back and then they're chasing into the fog, right? Like a lot of their engagements have been their own errors of forcing it a little bit too much. And it is of course easier for the team that's behind and scaling to just pick and choose what fights they want to take. And Talon, they are having to dictate what happens in the game, right? And I just feel that the way that they've dictated it so far hasn't really been like the most optimal to be able to break Aurora, and we're clearly seeing it. Like Aurora, they're very much back in the game. They are. It feels like they can just win every single fight if they connect on their initiation, get the Doom on the correct hero, and 23 Savage and Aurora are just going to run wild in the fight. Like they have double blink dagger. Like positioning is not an issue for them now. They're going to be able to easily get off the damage.
Radiant's top tower.
Well,
That's the thing with Jabs, right? Like
blinks. They're 4 blinks.
He's doomed a core every single fight, which has been perfect for them. Mostly the Centaur, last fight with Sven.
Sometimes he's just died.
Sometimes he hasn't doomed anything, yes. But
there we go.
if he fires a shot, it hits. And talking of which, hello, Mr. Centaur, going for the TP out and should be successful.
Right. Ooh, disruption save. Nope.
Still dead.
Still dead.
Doom is a hell of an ability.
Pretty rough.
Alright, no Centaur, no Mirana. Hello, high ground. What can we do? Shield Root also up on the Leshrac as well, so you know, usually one may just help you go high ground. Well, now you've got a big old shield instead. Of course, Shadow Demon in the game, so if he does get in range for a Demonic Purge, that could always be an option, but right now 23 and Lauren up just getting the damage down to these buildings. Yocap comes in and, well, in goes the Sven, being thrown up and thrown back by the Rubik. Very awkward initiation from Akashi. I mean, pops the BKB afterwards, but now you've got no BKB. I don't know, Aurora, not super interested in this invitation though. They know the Radiant Fortify is available, which makes Rax a little bit harder. Roshan on the horizon. Not quite cresting it yet, but definitely something which could go wrong for them if they do kind of take on this initiation, kind of force the high ground too hard.
Yeah, they also respect.
And they don't have Doom.
Yeah, they don't have Doom. Sven, you know, very vocally had announced he'd use God Strength. The Centaur could potentially buy back any minute Stampede. And I think for Aurora at least, just, you know, reset, bide your time. And we haven't really mentioned it, but of course the Terrorblade did go for the pipe. It is great that in 2024 I get to say that sentence because it's gonna. What a beautiful sentence, but yeah, of course, like these are the small things that are also helping Aurora just brush off some of those initiations. Like most heroes now on Aurora have some level of survivability. You got a Glimmer on the Rubik, you got, of course, Sanj and Kaya BKB on Leshrac with Bloodstone, Pipe on Terrorblade, Satanic Morphling. Like every hero just has their own innate surviving tool, and that is like the perfect recipe to be able to deal with the immense burst that Azus or a Sven has, depending on which hero is jumping you.
Yeah.
Aurora, though, they are smoked up. There is not a single thing that they need to wait for. They're going to find the Centaur.
Hello, Mr. Centaur. Stampede comes out along with the BKB. No Doom being thrown down on this guy this time around, so the Centaur is going to be able to get himself out to safety.
And Roshan. Relatively short respawn, only 40 seconds. Just look at how obnoxious this position 5 Terrorblade, he's pushing in bot lane with his illusion. Like, it is just, it's crazy to think that when you get to this stage of the game, the hero, yeah, it could be just too much to deal with. Like, the fact that the information you provide, I think early on we saw a lot of the weaknesses, but doesn't matter. Doom, he jumps in again, he found the Centaur, hits the Doom.
He has his deep, Akashi's upon him, dealing the right-click damage. Jabs is going to get brought down. Laurenov as well, also in some trouble. The Demonic Purge upon him. He's got the BKB, but it's not going to help him out a whole lot. The stun from the Morphling, sorry, from the Rubik on the sidelines is doing a lot of work, and now Chuan actually has to back himself away. 23 Savage blasting down Akashi. Akashi, no BKB, no chance of escaping from the Morph. Morph has his number once again. 23 on Akashi every single time.
And how'd you kill this Morphling at this point? Like the fight starts with a Doom by himself, just kind of finding the Talon side. He hits the Doom on the Centaur. Sure, he goes down, but Akashi, he overcommits in the moment, and at that point you have to ask, like, does Talon even have damage to kill anyone, really? Like, other than killing off killing off the Doom. Like when Sunder's in play, like Leshrac, he goes down low as well. You expect him to die at least, and no, he just gets brought back into full HP. Talon, they're smoking up without their Sven. They're trying to contest this Roshan.
This is so awkward. They're not gonna be here in time. Aegis, it goes to 23, refreshes shard on Loranov as well. And Talon, yeah, they pull the parachute cord. Not looking to really engage in this one. Joachim throws out some poisons, which will trigger his Sketics cap. Pretty valuable. Oh, cute. WS. WS turns around with a stun out onto him, and Morphling just jumping into the front lines here. Stampede being used. Talon, they're looking to disengage. They don't want to fight without their stun, but they might not get a choice. Loranov trying to jump in and catch out Joachim. Joachim, he has got a full staff to get himself to safety. So, no fight happening here. A lot of posturing. Once again, a lot of eyeing each other up, but the punches being thrown, not really connecting in this engagement. But Aurora now in a very commanding position. They've hit their timings and then some. 5k gold advantage. And I've got to be honest, the linchpin of like this entire game has all come down to Jabs. Like his dooms have just made every fight so simple for Aurora.
Yeah, I think Jabs has done a exceptional job in this game at respecting the fact that he does need to be the kind of information obtainer, right? Like he has to be the one that steps up the high ground. He needs to be in the position where he might not even get a doom off if he gets jumped perfectly, but his team should then be able to capitalize on the initiations of Talon, right? And like he isn't playing with that fear of, guys, if I show I can't get doom, guys, we can't win, you know? Like he's just playing the frontline doom style, and it's paying off for sure. And at this stage,
pull the rags out of the house.
Yeah, he's been chilling. He's been farming quite nicely. Very good spells to steal, of course, in this game. He's been stealing Storm Hammers. He's been stealing Stampedes, Disruptions. Like he's had a relatively quiet game, but layering into Aurora's ability to come back. Piping up the creep wave, walking up the high ground. Aurora trying to whittle down this bottom side of the racks. Tad to fall first. Nope. Nope. Yep.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
It's just really loud, isn't it? It's just a really loud siege.
It's the noise to impact ratio is very scuttled. And they go onto the Morph. Morph getting blown up. He's silenced up. He's taken down. Bloodborne from the Zeus. Dealing with that Morphling along with the stuns, and now they'll force him out. So, once again, hold on. Shadow Team again doomed up on the front lines here. I mean, that is their save, but the Stampede comes out to try and get him to safety. And now Aurora are really going to have to back themselves where they've got no Doom. No Aegis any longer. All of a sudden, Aurora just lose a ton of resources, but absolutely no gain. And they're not gonna be crying about it just yet, but will Talon be able to capitalize upon this? It seems tricky.
I think they're going to need to push out their waves first. Once they push out their waves, then they can think about maybe smoking. Of course, once they get under that smoke, they will be able to understand where people are through using the Zeus ultimate. But they'll need to use it at the right time. They use it too early, Aurora will know about the smoke. They use it too late.
It feels so obvious, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that the Zeus illusion is pushing bottom in this capacity, plus mid-wave not getting pushed in, this screams, hey, they're smoking. But Loranov, nearly.
Whoa, God strength, that's ambitious. Loranov
like
able to escape.
The fact that like the minimap screamed, oh wait, and only died to, okay, Aurora, take a breather, guys, alright? Calm down. Like, that felt pretty smoke momenty, right, for Talon. Aurora clearly not perfectly in tune exactly what's happening. Loranov maybe didn't catch the comms from the other guys. He had to BK BTP. Terabit decided to take a trip back to base, so a slight blip in the Aurora game plan, but I think at this stage of the game anyway, the gold strength it's like, what, 85 seconds. It doesn't feel too bad using it that sparingly, and
yeah,
he's probably going to go Swift Blink, no buyback is my guess for Sven. Or is he going to keep buyback? It's a real 50-50 for him.
Yeah, but buyback Sven is just one of those things where it's like, okay, sure, in this game especially, if you get doomed, then you want to have it available because you might just go down no god strength and get buyback and you've got it. But for the most part,
carry he is. Yeah.
Yeah, Sven. You know, he's a light switch. A light switch on a timer, nonetheless.
It's what the ancestors give me.
23 Savage is so rich. That said, no buyback on him.
Damn.
Somehow. Wonder if that's going to come back to haunt him.
Dire are
At the moment, sitting with the 700 gold needed,
Only the wary
even though he's got 36k gold in the pocket. Talon, they are coming. And they've been scanned out as well. Jabs has been seen. BKB comes out though, looking onto WS, and there comes the Doom as usual. And can they get their Centaur out of here? I'm not sure it's going to be possible. Well, no chase, and yeah, the Doom doesn't look like it's going to do enough damage to finish him off, so Centaur will survive this time around. But still looking at Aurora, jump in, Jabs, look at, he's got the refresher, goes in again and brings down Akashi. Oh, the sneaky refresher play, it's perfect. Chuan TP's out on the side. Oh, it's a refresher shard, I see.
Yeah,
they passed it
shard,
over to
yeah.
Jabs, yep. Not ready for that on Talon though, not at all. Akashi gets dropped. Did save for the buyback. Didn't buy that Swift Blink critically, so...
Good thing we brought it up.
It is, isn't it?
Like, if he bought Swift Blink, I'm pretty sure they're maybe not playing as crazy, but he does die. He does have the buyback, like mentioned. Aurora, they should know he has it. They're going to be going up the high ground. They're going to be trying to poke it out. Maybe they still play the area to take the fight. Doom is up in 40 seconds.
That's right.
Also, buyback.
Will he? He's holding.
No, he's not
he's
using
holding.
it.
23 Savage committing pretty hard on this one, blinking up to the high ground. Barrack's gone as well.
Okay.
They know how valuable this spend buyback is with a Doom in the game. That is the crux of the issue here.
The discipline there. It kind of looked like there might have been an opportunity to at least start something, but when Aurora is only sending up a single hero, do you really want to jump into double shard, split earth, and then desperately create something that you don't really want to fight? So, no, I fully respect Talon not buybacking there. A lot of discipline from the Sven, and for Talon to just make that call. Losing only a range rack, like, who cares? Like, you technically didn't lose anything too crazy from that. You lost your carry and only traded one range rack for it. Like, you take that trade every single day.
Yeah. Sven back in the game. Has a
Dude, Q is
buyback
having a great
available
time.
in, like,
Look at the
one
spells he
way.
has. Look at the
damn.
Rubik.
He's got a combo with himself.
Stormhammer.
Yeah.
Like this, and he's got the ascetics cap with the Aeon disc. Like, this guy, he is hard to kill. He's got insane stuns from a million miles away. Like,
Two
I'm gonna be looking at him in the
abilities
next
as well.
fight. Yep.
I mean, I'm guessing he doesn't toggle the Stormhammer on. That might be a little bit ambitious, but yeah, you never know.
Do it.
Go for the point. Stormhammer in and point blank arrow someone in the face.
There we go.
That's the combo.
Roshan though, spawning in 29 seconds. Whoever gets this Aegis should be in a position maybe to try and dictate the game just a little bit more, of course. That's how
Yeah,
it
it's
goes
gonna
at the
turn.
51-minute mark.
Dire are
Aurora take it. Talon are going to be locked inside their base for the foreseeable future.
I kind of feel
Will
like
Aurora go
if-
for high ground? I don't think so. I think it might need a little bit more of an invitation than that, but
Yeah, no, Aurora easily. This Aegis, game-ending Aegis. For Talon,
dire
game-prolonging
are
Aegis, it feels like.
yeah.
I think you said it the other way around, so I got real confused. Smoke, wrap around.
I never get anything wrong.
That's fair enough. Centaur, another jump.
It's huge. He's in the tree lines. He's trying to take down Jabs before he can get off that Doom, but they found the Zeus in the backlines. The Hex down onto him. Disruption comes through there from Showcam, keeping him alive for the time being. Centaur still tanking on the front lines. They'll move across towards the Zoom and they'll take him down. No Doom used, but buyback comes out. Where can he get to, though? He's got nowhere to TP in. He's going to have to take the portal. Aurora gathering themselves. Doom, I mean, he can't come through this portal. That would be absolutely insane. So Jabs is just kind of sitting on the top side of the map, not really knowing what to do with himself. Talon, though, they feel like they can't get into Roche right now. And the barracks are kind of being taken by these morphling illusions. I don't know where the hell these guys came from, but Talon, they have to go back. They have to push these creeps off their base. They have to get rid of these illusions. And this is
straight into
gonna mean
Roshan.
Aurora can get the Roshan. Doom can link back up with them. And all of a sudden, the fight's all over. They get the Doom buyback. How much is that going to mean? Aegis now on Morph.
Banner used very defensively. Mid-tier 3 dire side is where they decided to place the banner for Aurora. I feel like it could have maybe been a little bit more pushed up and aggressive based on the fact that they just got the Aegis, but that does mean that these buffed up creeps will expire before they get to the Radiant base, so we're not going to see any banner creeps threatening Talon during the team fight. And it feels like for Talon, they're drawing on the mirror. They're looking to go aggressive still. Do they have any smokes though? It's been okay. They got one smoke on Shadow Demon. They pass it to the Marauder.
Wow. I mean, this says to me that they believe that they cannot defend high ground against Aurora. Do you agree with that?
I think they could be chipped down quite a lot, and it could be quite scary. And I think for this type of game, when you're against a Doom, dictating the fight feels always nicer. Allowing the Doom the time to understand how to initiate will complicate things. So be the aggressors.
Yeah.
You know,
But they are hoping
you have
to
the
find
Zeus
the Doom, then that's going to be tricky because he's in the fountain right now.
I mean, Jab has got some incredible positioning right now. Like, he is... I'm going to put a bold statement. This Doom is unkillable right now.
Damn.
1 second. Not anymore. He's now
Bold
very
guy,
killable.
so any statement you make is technically a bold statement.
There we go. That was really good. Switches to caster cams real quick. Flashes bald head.
Yeah. Talon, they go for the play. Wait, they have a banner? I don't know. Alright, Radiant just shoved their banner down on the top side. I don't know when this is from. Many moons ago. From a time when Talon were able to take Roshan, I suppose. Or maybe they snuck it, I don't know. But either way, that's going to help shove out their top lane a little bit and make it really difficult for these illusions to really get much pushing coming in for Aurora. So nice kind of counter aggression here to relieve a bit of pressure from themselves. And again, this is now 50% of this Aegis usage, just not really doing a whole lot. And 23 Savage has actually got a rapier queued up, so
Will he toggle it?
I don't think so.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I am
What's
ready
the
to see
cooldown
someone
on
like
toggle, actually? Is there a
jumping
cooldown
in.
on it?
Yeah, 6
So
seconds.
6 seconds. So there's no like cool plays where he can keep it on a like the adaptive and then toggle it back. Like so you could like waveform in, adaptive, toggle to right click. That could be kind of cool. I hope you catch that, of course, in the cast. 20 seconds, waveforming in, adaptive, toggle the rapier.
Yeah.
Have you
But
seen?
you
have
attack
you,
during
have you,
waveforms, so there's absolutely no point in doing that. But for other
Have you
heroes,
seen- yeah,
yeah,
sure.
maybe Zeus.
have you done the? Have you used it yet? Have you toggled it in game or anything?
Nope.
I really hope it has like an obnoxious sound.
Yeah. Global. No, wait, that'd be awful if they do it. I'll pick up a rapier.
Global. Just every 6 seconds. Just
Rapier is
toggling
now
it.
in magic mode. Rapier is now in physical mode.
Minute 20 now left on the Aegis. Yeah, Aurora, they don't. Neither team wants to be like making the obvious play, right? Like hitting the buildings, it allows for the Sven to find the entry, the Centaur to wrap around. And likewise, if Talon, if they just jump on the first hero they see, then there's going to be Sunder saves, lift backs, Doom blinking over the front line to catch the Zeus or something. So it really is quite a delicate balance here. And once again, Laurenov, he starts building up the spin ups.
Jump in, immediate stun up, immediately taken down. Wasn't ready. 23 Savage. Eliminated from his first life. But, you know, Aegis is for using.
It all starts with the blood form from the Zeus. It was instant blood form and then bolt stomp arrow. Like it was just beautiful control there. And we've seen this before. The last time Aurora was here at this Rax, the same thing happened, right? 23 Savage dies with Aegis, and then they have to retreat back out. Then we see Talon do the same, grouping up and we're running it back. It's the same thing.
He's got no link-ins, he's got no saves coming out from his teammates either, so it's very tricky for him to survive through any of this. It really does just come down to 300 BKBing, which you don't want to do with an Aegis. That'd be bad. So, next thing on the agenda, run down that checklist. Oh look, tier 5 neutral items. Now, I would really like to see Aurora try to take control of the enemy triangle here. Maybe even smoke up into it as those tier 5 neutral items start to spawn. You might be able to catch them off guard. What do you think?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They can look for it for sure. It's a minute away, and Talon kind of already used their let's get out of our base card a little bit earlier. So now they need to go back and get their waves.
So in they go. They managed to find somebody here. I mean, it's a Shadow Demon, and the Zeus actually just TP's right on top of him, but that's right on top of him all. He's going to get doomed up for the time being. Needs to get himself out. A lot of damage. I mean, Zeus is just dead. He's realized he's just... Yeah.
What a TP. That was incredible.
Do I sense sarcasm?
No, not at all. No, that was pretty rough. That was really unfortunate.
Yeah,
of all the heroes to TP onto, it was probably not the best best target, and yeah, unfortunately does go down after a great Bloodthorn kill onto
Rapier time.
Savage. He's got it. All right.
Yep.
Is there any visual
Backpack his
indicator
BKB
of
for the
what mode it's
Rapier.
on?
That's what I like to see. That's some gameplay right there. Zeus back into the game. Buyback needed. No buyback on the Shadow Demon. Saves will not be forthcoming in this engagement. You go for a Wind Waker, by the way, on the Shadow Demon, hence why he has no buyback. Jump in. Stun. Just kidding. No stun. Oh, arrow connects. Follow-up is not there, though. 23 Savage doesn't want to throw his watery body into the base with a Rapier in his hands.
And BKB and Backpack. Now he puts the blink into Backpack. Of course, Backpack will have reduced cooldown.
Amplify on the top side. In tier 5 neutral items also up for grabs.
Okay, what tier 5s are we getting? Let's click on the shop. Let's have a look.
Lorinov looking.
Two are
Obviously
available
the
after that.
Amplify bottled out as well.
Ooh, Searstone now available for the Leshrac. That is going to be... he is
Dude,
throwing
look at
out
that
so many
pulse
spin outs.
nova radius. Oh my god.
Sure. I think vision is pretty critical at this stage of the game, boss. Nope. Okay.
Now we can cast those splitters from even further away. That one is pretty annoying.
Yeah, no,
Oh wait,
for
Arcane
sure.
Blink. Oh, look at the range of Arcane Blink. That's ridiculous. That one is actually silly. Giant String or Morphling.
He just doesn't want to die. Get tanky as possible. Again,
There's
would
a
love
big
to know what
wave
other
of
options he had. But
Yeah. All right.
three
Amplify
neutral
damage
items are available.
in. Rapier in. Swiftling in. He's currently hitting for 1,000 damage. Actually, 1,100 damage per hit, and they go in looking for the Doom onto the Centaur straight off the bat. But Wind Waker's there, along with Disruption. This Shadow Demon can keep people alive. Necro units also being taken out. Lorinov backs himself away. Kashi not quite connecting on this one. A lot of shots being fired from both teams here. 23 Savage sitting on the cliff. Thunder Gods comes down. A commitment is there. Stampede coming out as well. They're looking for the targets. Doom, though, he's got to be careful. Jabs looking to try and catch out Chuan. Even uses a refresher, but doesn't throw down that Doom onto the Zeus. Team weren't quite ready to follow up on that one. Need to be ready to get in to help 23 Savage if they do commit on him. Keep that Rapier in play at all costs.
I mean, Talon, they took that
out.
entire fight with two of their tier 5s not selected. They just had two just in their base, and of course...
Don't need him.
Yeah. Now they get the Mirror Shield on the Centaur, and Sven's now deciding, but... Aurora just poking down Talon, just preventing them from just calmly deciding what they need.
Okay. We got a Pirate's
hat
hat on Akashi, and the Force Boots on the Zeus.
Yeah, I can see Pirate Hats make sense. Like, Sven does struggle with attack speed at this stage of the game. He wants to lose shard. He's had it in his quick buy for some time, and it's going to help whittle down that net worth lead to Aurora as well. At this point, net worth isn't really that important. It is about the jump, the discipline of the team fight, and Aurora, they're smoked up. For them,
a shit ton of
tier
Force Boots coming out, loads of people. Hyokam's got one as well, so his save is now Force, Wind Waker. Glimmer Cape, Disruption, Demonic Cleanse. Like, he can't do any more to keep people alive. This is... Unless he was suddenly transformed into an Oracle or something. Even then, I think Ashanti will be more successful. But Roshan gets taken down. Aegis actually given to Lorinov this time. No cares for the Rapier carrier.
And Rubik has Searstone as well. Like, just to really understand, like, Radiant, they have triple Force Boots, Pirate Hat, and a Mirror Shield, right? So it's like a lot of utility, help each other out. And then on Aurora, they have double Searstone into then Mirror Shield, Giant's Ring, and a Book of the Dead. So like, they want to push the game with the Book of the Dead. They want to see the high ground with the double Searstone. Like, it is going to be... I would hate to be defending this base if you're Talon, because there are going to be two big purple circles above you just screaming your position. No more is there some like, oh, Zeus Vision Advantage. No, gone. Aurora though, every time they put Aegis on Morphling, he's just instantly died. So they've given it to Leshrac this time to break that curse.
There is a chance Doom gets reflected if you're not careful as well. If they haven't clicked on the duress and light them
Arrow?
that mirror shield. Yeah, a lot of damage through onto Leshrac. It's the Aegis carrier, so not a massive threat right now. Sunder comes out and Pause comes out.
Headphones.
Okay.
Again, this is one of the loudest sieges we have to deal with. The poison, the Zeus spam, the split earths constantly ringing in our ears. Like,
yep.
I
was about to say we're going to get through like a whole 65-minute game without a single pause, but we aren't quite so lucky.
This is only game one of the grand finals, guys. Don't forget, we're in it forever at this point.
Yep.
Talon,
there's plenty more of these to come.
Yeah, no, it feels like at least the series that we've been covering, the region, or at least, yeah, again, I don't want to say the region blindly, but our section of the region has shifted into quite a low kill, quite a farm intense style. But anyways, we're about to unpause. Sven has everything in play. Talon has, once again, everything that they need to take a fight if they want to. With the Leshrac Aegis, they'll probably just try and delay as long as possible. Losing racks at this stage of the game isn't that important. Like, as long as they keep one lane available to not be megaed, it would be ideal.
It's all they care about, isn't it? Like, one barrack doesn't really matter. Two barrack, maybe then you're having a bit of issues, but
and you can see from
it's not going to change the game state an awful lot. Like, it's not like they're leaving base much anyway. They usually come out on like a bungee rope. They come out for 10 seconds and just have to get pulled back in.
Like, the way that Aurora's been playing as well, it's like they've never treated high ground as an objective that they must break, right? They've poked it, they've taken like the odd tower or barracks, but it's never been a overwhelm all numbers to take this objective. And even here, Lorinov by himself using that edict, trying to tip down.
Yeah, he might be losing his first life here, but committing onto him is so damn difficult with all these heroes just sitting behind, ready to go. Sunder not available anymore, but the barrack has fallen. And now one left in the top side.
They can just repeat the same action. Like, he has the 25 diabolic talent, right? Like, by himself, if no hero is there to tank up these explosions, he will just delete this Rax. Like, it is an incredibly strong talent. And
I almost want to see him just like double diabolic edict, double Wind Waker, just fly around that barrack. Is it necessary? No, but would it be funny? Yes.
We
He
will
has got
see
the refresher shard.
I mean, he just has to walk up. Like, I don't think it's just inevitable. Like, if Talon want to fight this, then they need to jump the backlines and probably trade some action.
Comes out. Oh, he blinks past Lorinov because Lorinov blinks in. The madman. He's already taken a ton of work. Jabs. Doom does come down onto the Mirana. Mirana's just gonna die. 23 Savage running around the front lines of the fight, but not really finding a target right now. And the barrack's still alive for the time being. Lorinov being targeted down, but inside the cover of his own stun. There's a Venn diagram of death for the Centaur right now. Force out. Lorinov continuing to get to work on those barracks. They want to get these mega creeps and they want them now, but Akashi comes in. Damage is there. Leshrac is going to lose his first life at last. Stun out onto the Sven. He's now got to deal with the Morphling, but the Morphling, he's so damn tanky, and Morphling just takes out the barracks and now looks towards the Sven. Akashi, how does he fight into this? I'm not sure he can. The damage is there. Leshrac doing so much work. Ponyo is gone, and Sven stunned up forever inside these split ups. He just cannot get away. Wind Waker's going to buy him a little bit of time, but the stun is there. He'll finish the job. Aurora now have taken down everybody right now. WS just sitting in the front lines, trying to chase back jabs, trying to get off these double edges to bring him down, and the Doom will fall down. Talon looking in for more. Ollie's going to be the next target. That's going to be an easy kill off for them as Talon looking for more. 23 Savage, though, just goes on to the Shadow Demon, takes him out, and now the Zeus lifted up, but the Force Back comes out. They're going to get their spend back up to safety. And it looks like that might be the end for the time being. A lot of buybacks from both teams, though. I think Aurora, they smell blood in the water. They might want to try and finish this one right now. Is it possible?
Both tier 4s nearly fell from the creeps, and they just need to get their body in. I'm pretty sure this Diabolic Edict's going to destroy the base if he can get there.
It is. They need to kill him, and they recognize that. Jumping everything onto the Leshrac right now. But the Loader's doing so much work. Morphling hiding inside the Ancient. Joanne trying to deal with him right now. And also the Spen's going to be able to click the guy. It's a big old Spen versus a little baby Spen. And 23 Savage throws a stun his way. Q gives him another one as well. Double Storm hammers out onto the Spen, but he jumps back in. He finds the Leshrac. Leshrac gone. Buyback from him. They want to try and end this one. The Doom's out onto the Spen as well. He's going to be in trouble. Jokam trying to save him. Yules, Wind Waker, everything being thrown his way, but it's not going to be enough to keep the Spen alive, I don't think. He's in the middle of everybody, and he gets shredded down to nothing, and now it's all down to the Zeus. It's all down to the Centaur. Centaur getting hammered on the front lines. He's gone as well. 2 down on the side of Talon. Aurora, that should be it, and the GGs come out. The throne goes down. Game number 1, 67 minutes in, goes to Aurora.
Oh, what a game 1 to start the grand finals, right? It's like, it's not the game with like 70, 80 kills where it's like the discipline of both teams respecting each other a lot the entire time. And for Aurora, they were down so many kills in this game. And for them, they demonstrated that kills don't really matter if you just play the map correctly, if you know what you're trying to do with the bigger picture. And for Talon,